Hello folks, today is the 18th of May and I'm doing this pre-recording a good few hours before I'm due to go because we're actually having to leave at 2:10 in the morning to meet up at 2:45 where we are being picked up by a taxi or a shuttle bus, depending on, or I should say minibus, depending on how many people they are. And then we're going to be taken to Castleford where we join the main coach. We're going to, where is it, Ypres in Belgium, where we're going to visit the battlefields of Passchendaele on Saturday and Sunday. I say we because my mate Big Al is coming along as well. So I'll see you all tomorrow, probably just before, I'm downstairs waiting for a taxi probably, unless I film just going out at a flat, which I probably won't bother. But I'll see you downstairs in the morning, so it's bye for now. Right, good morning folks. It's just after 2:45 in the morning, and we're due to leave in about 15-20 minutes time to be down at the meeting point for 2:45. I've got my Leeds United shirt on. Yes, so I'm getting ready, and there's a bit up in air. But yeah, so as I said, so I'm gonna set off shortly, and I'll see you downstairs when hopefully my taxi will come on time, and then I'll probably see you down at down where we're meeting, and hopefully I'll catch Big Al on film as I see him, because I'm bound to get there before him. So we'll speak to you later. Bye for now. Right, Alan, what do you think of it so far?
Rubbish.
Do you want to explain to the audience what's happened so far?
It's been a bit of a mistake.
Yes.
What is this video?
Yeah.
The cat sat on the mat and it did this and it did that. Come on, Leeds!
We've been in What Alan was trying to tell you folks is that we started off in a taxi from Leeds to Castleford. Although when we got in the taxi, he swore blind we were going to Wakefield. we got to Castleford. We're now on the coach and we're heading towards Kent, we believe. But we're on what they call a feeder coach. In other words,
quite a few people to pick up.
Yeah, and so we have not got allocated seats on this one. We've got allocated seats on the proper coach. So me and Big Al have spread out across the back seat until it starts to fill up. So we'll speak to you later. Right, folks, we're now on our way to Chesterfield, I do believe. Because there's not to show you, because it's pitch black out there, because it's at 3:45 in the morning, so it's not got light yet. Maybe about another half hour, 3/4 of an hour, and it'll start to get light, and then you'll be able to see things. But yes, so it's been a bit of a hectic thing, but there you go. So once it starts to get light, I can show you more of the journey, so I'll speak to you later. Bye for now. Right folks, here we are at Chesterfield. Yeah, we're next to the train station, and got a couple of people who've got on, and yeah, thought I saw the crooked spire, so might catch that on way out. I don't know, might not. But our next stop is Nottingham, and it's now starting to get light. I thought it looked out the window and it looked as if it were dark, but then I realised it's tinted windows. There you go. So I'll see you when we get to Nottingham. You have it, the crooked spire of Chesterfield. We're on his way to Nottingham. Right folks, here we are in stop 24. As you can see, that's the ledger office, and what we do, and we're waiting in here for our coach to be called, and it's been called, and we've had a bite to eat. We've got a bit of Kentucky Fried Chicken. Alan's nipped at Lou, and then when he comes back we're going to go and get on the coach. It's going to take us all the way to the hotel in Ypres. So there you go. There's all the various shopping centres, little places to eat and what have you. And as you see, there's a Subway, Chinese, Taco Bell, KFC, and there's a few things down there. So yeah, that's it.
First World War himself, and World War, but already people were beginning to want to understand what their relatives had experienced in that war, which I'm sure is the reason why many of you have come on this trip. You may have your own connection to a soldier who fought or died in Flanders during the First World War, and you've come to see where they were or understand the kind of things that they went through. And then for a little while I did a real job, in inverted commas, and then I got fed up with that and decided that I was going to write a book about the First World War. Went across to the Somme to write that book. Planned to be there for 3 months, and 12 years later I was still living there.
Right folks, we're approaching the coast of Dover, or I should say the port of Dover. There's 3 over there, and we're coming in, and that's Cliff Fort. And there's a point up here where the wagons go one way and cars, and I think buses go the other. So we'll film a bit more after we get through passport control and everything, and we start to board the ship.
Everyone on board?
Yep.
Got one for the driver as well?
Oh yeah, there you go.
Brilliant. Right, you're going straight up the ramp, okay?
Straight up,
Thank you, cheers.
Okay, so we're just about to get on board. I think it's going to be deck number 5 that we're on. And then we'll be near some colour-coded stairs, so use those to go up. There's also lifts, and then when we dock at Calais you come down those same colour-coded stairs and you rejoin the coach. So the coaches are not in any kind of order, by alphabet, by tour, by coach number, by whatever, so do remember where the coach is. We're coach 161. It's on the front windscreen there, look, 161, and just look for our happy smiling faces and you know you're in the right place. Now there is a restaurant on board with hot food, There's obviously a few coaches about to load up, so my advice, if you want to get some food like that, I'd go and get that sorted sooner rather than later.
Here we go. I think this is where same place we parked last time.
Oh, it's not sort of thing I remember.
Dancing going off there.
Take note of.
It's not the best dancing, must admit. I'm sure he's a lovely boy.
So we are indeed on deck number 5, and we're going to be near the blue stairs, just coming up on the right hand side here. Blue stairs.
Right, we're on his way. We've left the port Dover, and there's somebody talking and giving instructions about safety things. So, there you go. We're going to go further up if we can and take a few more pictures further up. See, that's the Sunday Irish ferries start sea travel differently.
Is now open. Indulgence.
There we are, we're on this way, as I say, and this is the scene from the outside deck. Yep, sun's out. Yep. I'm going to have to do and there's a sign for Calais. Another one, Calais 8 over there. Bruno Ferry.
Dropped anchor.
Right, here we are, getting off the ferry.
Okay, well I hope you had a good journey across the channel, and you weren't troubled by too many U-boats, so that was good.
U-boats, yeah. German submarines.
So, welcome to La Belle France. It is quite belle today. We're not seeing much of France on this particular trip. We're going to head now out of Calais, go along the coast up towards Dunkirk, and then cut across to go to Flanders in Belgium. The area at Ypres is just inside the western part of Belgium, West Flanders, and very close to the kind of coastal region. So when we get to Dunkirk, we're only about 30 odd kilometres away from where the front lines were. Okay, that's about 20 odd miles in real money. And the top end of the Western Front was just up the road from Dunkirk at a town called Newport, which was where the Western Front ended in the on the beaches in the sand, because it was 450 miles of trenches from that Belgian coast all the way down to the border of Switzerland. And in terms of kind of how this war came about, I mean, we could spend the rest of the weekend talking about the causes of the First World War, and mightily bored we'd be. But in terms of, if you look at Europe before the First World War, you've essentially got two big armed camps. On one side you've got Imperial Germany and the Austro-Hungarian Empire, and on the other side you've got France and Russia, and a few smaller allies on both sides. Britain is pretty much out of this. Britain had made a decision after the Battle of Waterloo in 1815 to keep out of European affairs. So when, for example, the Austrians invaded Denmark in 1866, and the Prussians invaded Denmark in 1866, and threatened a lot of British interests in that region, particularly in the shipment of coal through the Baltic area. Britain stood back. They weren't prepared to go to war in Europe again at that particular point. So that meant that in 1914, in the lead up to 1914, Britain was unusual in that we'd not really signed any major treaty. Now officially in Belgium, well, we're in a kind of no man's land. We're going past a house on the right here, 1879 in the brickwork there. So that's another house, you know, once the shadow of that one's cast its way across the lines of British soldiers marching down this road. And across to our right, the railway line from Hazebrouck came into Belgium this way. It was torn up in the 60s, and the next bit of the road that we're going to be on joins up with where it was. So we're on the main railway route into these battlefields as well. And across to our left, if you look out at the fields on our left there, you'll see your first British and Commonwealth cemetery. That is a Biela Aerodrome cemetery. There was a Royal Flying Corps aerodrome there during the First World War where aircraft flew from. And that's a cemetery that dates largely from 1918. It once also contained the graves of quite a lot of American soldiers who were killed in the final phase of the First World War. The Americans fought largely around Verdun and in the Meuse-Argonne forest, but several American units were detached from their main force and fought with the British in Flanders. The 27th New York Division, for example, and the 30th Tennessee Division both fought in the battles here in Flanders in the summer and autumn of 1918. So that was a place where they buried their dead. Now after the war, the Americans had a different policy to us, so they gave the next of kin the opportunity to have the body repatriated back to the United States, and about 60% were taken back to the US. And then one single cemetery in Flanders was created. That's right over on the eastern side of Flanders, where the war for America came to an end in October and November of 1918. And there's a Flanders Field Cemetery there, which contains the dead, through more than 300 dead of American units that fell in that final phase of the conflict.
TV.
Yeah, we're in the room. Finally made it. Alan's sorting himself out. Have anything to say to the camera, Alan?
Good to be back, Barry. Nice to be with you, mate.
Yeah. And I don't think it's the same room, but...
Oh, no. We were on second floor, I'm sure, last time.
Yeah, and we're on first floor this time.
Well, that's easier, because I remember going up multiple steps.
Yeah, and although the layout's virtually the same, apart from this sofa. Yeah, apart from this sofa.
These rooms.
Bathroom is split front toilet, so, and we got fridge. I'll do a proper tour tomorrow probably, but that's just a quick one.
Got me Leeds shirt.
Oh yeah, Phillips.
Yeah, second strip last season.
Yeah.
I'm just going to get black this year.
Yeah.
A 15 quid shirt.
Yeah, like the one I've got.
It's just buying loads of stuff.
Yeah, the black one is like the one I'm wearing, and that's what my one's on about.
One of those sandwiches and get rid of them.
Yeah, they are. I thought you'd eaten the sandwiches.
No, because you've been filling us full of food all day.
Yeah, well there you go.
I'm not needing to.
Here we have a Lego construction of the Menine Gate. Yeah, and how long did he say it took to make, Alan?
6 months. It's on.
Six months to, yeah, 6 months to
Down
make.
there and what?
Oh yeah, 6 months to make.
I get a shot of that. That's new, is that?
Yeah.
And then I'll ask these ladies.